Hey, Hunter, congrats. Read quickly here that you have experience at every position along the offensive line. What makes you so able to seamlessly transition from especially the interior positions and also tackle if need be?
I think it's just like you said, the experience I have. Each position is different when you go from tackle to guard to center because you change things like the space and time you have, the people you're blocking, and other responsibilities when you're at center. And so I think just having done those things, and really the coaching staff having me do those things at Penn State when I first got there has really allowed me to be able to switch back and forth between positions.
We'll go next to Nate Taylor.
Hey Hunter, congratulations. I have two questions for you. Was it your idea to move to center, or was that a coach-driven sort of decision to help out the overall offensive line? And then Sid, I'll have another question.
I think that it was kind of a combination of a decision because I knew I wanted to move to center if I decided to come back for a sixth year, and also the coaches knew that that would probably be the best position for me to move to when it came to helping out the team as much as possible. And so everybody really agreed on it. It wasn't like one party wanted to and the other party didn't. It was just everybody thought it was the best move.
And because you're such a rarity in terms of a prospect who does have all this experience, how did you try to explain what your value is to NFL teams, and what were the conversations like with the Chiefs, having the possibility of maybe being a center or a guard?
I think that when you look at my past and all the positions I have played, it kind of just speaks for itself that I can. And I feel very happy and comfortable to play any position that the coaching staff and the organization decides will help the team as much as possible.
Go ahead, Blair.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your reaction to being drafted by the Chiefs, and how much conversation did you have with Kansas City in advance?
My reaction was just pure excitement. Watching the draft the past 3 days, just kind of waiting for my name to get called. And as soon as you get that call on the phone, it's just really just a wave of excitement. And specifically the Chiefs, it's a dynasty. The Chiefs have an extremely talented team and offensive line room. So I'm really excited to just get to kind of learn from all those guys.
Go next to Matt Derrick.
Hey, Hunter, welcome to Kansas City. And I got a couple of questions for you. But first one, right off, we talked about the flexibility. Do you relish that? I mean, the Chiefs have a need for a guy who can play multiple positions. Do you enjoy the idea of maybe you're going back and forth from different positions? It could be game to game, week to week, play to play.
That's a great question. I mean, I think that it's something that's, it adds an extra challenge to the game, which I think is really interesting. And it adds kind of a depth to it that a lot of times you don't get. I don't think I relish in it, but I do have pride in the fact that I can switch around.
And last, we'll go to Nick Jacobs.
And Cindy, I'll have a follow-up, please. Hunter, my first question for you is, what's your favorite block in football, and why is that?
That's a great question. I think my favorite block in football, I think it might be just on a regular outside zone scheme, being able to reach a shade or a G technique. But I think that once you seal off that play side defensive tackle, it opens up a lot of space for that running back and outside zone to stretch the play and kind of cut it back wherever he wants to. But there's a lot of blocks I like. Like it's hard to not pick like an open pull on a gap scheme where you just get to blindside a defensive end, or just get to put all your weight on somebody. So I'm not sure. That's a really good question though.
And then lastly, being able to play in the Big Ten, and also just kind of being in those big moments, that big atmosphere, how much did that prepare you? And when the opponents watch you on coach's film, what are you hoping they see about you?
I think that playing in the big atmosphere has definitely prepared me. The Big Ten has some of the loudest stadiums in college football. And so, being able to play with that noise and play with that extra distraction, I think has prepared me really well. And when people see me on tape, I think they see, a smart, athletic player that's also extremely violent and likes to hit people, likes to punch people in the face.
We'll go back to Matt Derrick.
Hey, I appreciate that, Sydney. My second question for you, Hunter, was You hold a mechanical engineering degree from an Ivy League college. Is that just a fallback for you? Is that something you want to continue to pursue? I mean, I know the Chiefs have been supportive of guys like Laurent Duvernay HRD with their postgraduate studies. Is that something you want to continue to do, or where do you just kind of stand with that?
No, I mean, I'm not planning to extend my education any further at this point, and I haven't really put much thought into what my next step is. So, but no, I don't plan on kind of doing more school.
Understand. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Thank you, Hunter. That's it.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too.